murdered 3 people. And he's going to get a minimum of 9 years? A minimum.
Family members of 3 people shot and killed more than 2 years ago in Saginaw react to a plea deal for the suspected shooter. It was in June of 2020 when at a family gathering at Saginaw erupted in gunfire because of a dispute. 3 cousins, all 24 years old, died. We lead off tonight with ABC 12's Terry Camp. And Terry, the trial for the suspected shooter was to begin this week.
Yes, it was, Matt, but a plea deal was reached before it started. Family members of the 3 victims discussed the evidence in the case with the prosecutor's office before agreeing to the deal, but they are not happy.
It's been 2 years, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like it just happened yesterday.
More than 2 years later, the pictures of Mariano Escarino, Laura Buendia, and Rafael Campos hang on the porch of the home on South 11th in Saginaw. They were shot outside the house in a hail of gunfire in the early morning hours of June 5th, 2020. Investigators say Juan Morales arrived as the party was ending. Words and then gunfire were exchanged. He was eventually arrested, charged with 3 counts of open murder and other crimes. This week, Morales pled no contest to single counts of manslaughter and felony firearm.
I'm just confused. Confused why they would even bring a plea to us.
Veronica Escarino is the mother of Mariano and sister of Laura Buendia and is upset with the plea deal.
I just told him, do what you got to do, because I was just so upset. Upset. But you know what? Since day one, I told them, they're going to get away with this.
Prosecutors told the family Morales will most likely receive at least 9 years in prison.
They told me a minimum of 9 years. You might as well say he got away with it. You might as well say, sit in prison for 9 years for killing 3 people. Like, I guess it's nobody.
It gives a little relief. But
Sandra Escarino is also not happy. Investigators believe there were 2 other people involved in the shooting.
we're hoping that eventually the truth comes out and the people come forward that did it.
Alan Crawford is Morales' attorney and says his client was prepared to go to trial, but says there are no guarantees and we felt the plea offer was reasonable in light of the evidence. Prosecutors have told the families that Morales is in ill health.
I'm hoping, like they told me, he could die in prison. He's so sick. Well, I hope he dies in prison.
Laura Buendia was pregnant when she was shot and her unborn baby was not injured.
She's good. She's in her terrible twos right now.
Josh Tello is Rosalina's father. He too is not happy with the plea deal, but finds comfort in caring for his child.
Definitely my motivation and my peace of mind. It's just doing a whole lot better than before.
Well, the prosecutor's office says it will be able to get into further details of the case once sentencing has taken place, which is on December 5th. Now, the statement went on to say the easiest thing a prosecutor can do is try a good case. The hardest thing to do is determine what to do when the case has evidentiary issues and then determine the effect of those issues on the case. Unfortunately, this case fell into the latter.